5:14 in the morning, cold as hell. Let's fire up this Z grill and let's get some pork butts going. Welcome back, Griddle Cook Eating More. It is pulled pork time on the Z grill. So here, as you can see, I got a couple pork shoulders here I got from Costco. These are boneless. Typically I get a boneless butt, but said Costco seeing these, you know what, perfect. So we're gonna get these prepared, do a little pulled pork in the Z grill. So first thing I'm gonna do is get this little extra meat. I'm just gonna square it up a little bit, as you can see hanging off this little flap. So we're just going to cut that off, and we can just use this later for whatever we want. All right, other than that, these look okay. Not a whole lot of fat on them, so I think we'll be good, just like that. So let's get a binder on them. Just good old yellow mustard. All right, we're going to do them two ways here. We got one we're just going to do standard good old JDQ sweet rub on there, just your standard pulled pork I would call it, which is delicious as always. But on the other one, we're going to do something that my dad used to do, but not necessarily with pulled pork or pork butts or pork shoulders. Well, similar to pork shoulders, but from St. Louis, we're known for in the Midwest pork steaks that we grill up on over charcoal and simmer in barbecue sauce and eat them. But what my dad used to like to do was not only did he simmer some in barbecue sauce after grilling, but he'd like to simmer some in beer, butter, and garlic, and that's what we're going to do on this other one. So for that one, we're just going to do a little all-purpose rub. I get this Blue Hogs all in. So let's get them seasoned up. All right, that one's looking beautiful. Let's get this one. Obviously, we're not going to go as heavy as we would on that good old sweet rub. Just going to get a nice coating. All right, just like that. We got the Z grill warming up to 225. Once that hits temp, we're going to get them on there. All right, we're going to use the included 2 temperature probes. Comes with my 7002 CE Z grill right here. One there. Go. All right, let's get them probed up here. And that one's kind of split on that back end, so we're going to flip this around. Right in that mark right there. All right, loaded up on Z Grill oak pellets here, up to the top. There we go. All right, we're gonna let these bad boys go to about 160, and I think around 160, 165. We're gonna transfer them to the pan, and then I'll show you what's next. All right, pork butts, my bad, pork shoulders are sitting around a little over 160 right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull them and get in the pan, so let's get this going. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do our beer, butter, garlic version. So we're gonna do 2 sticks of butter. Make sure you get all the paper off. There we go. Got some garlic here now, kind of like garlic, but fresh garlic. I buy peeled garlic chop it up in a mini chopper, and then I mix it with olive oil. So we're going to get copious amounts of garlic down here. That should be beautiful there. All right, let's get the pork butts inside there. Oh yeah. So here's the salt. Here's the. So there we go. There's our little all-purpose rub on there for the beer butter garlic. It's going to go right in there. This is our sweet rub version here. So that's going to go in there. All right, so first thing, let's get some beer in there. I'm just going to pour this right over top, get some moisture on it. Just like that. Here we got a little apple cider vinegar and water, so we're going to do that because this definitely needs some moisture. Like that. Let's get it covered up. There we go. That back in. Just go right on top here. Just like that. Get our other one in. Just like that. There we go. All right. We're gonna let them bad boys go till you know, they are probe tender, so probably around 203-ish. And we'll be pulling them and checking them out. So let's let it go. Let's check out how many pellets we got left. So I started this cook at almost 6 o'clock, like 5:52, and I think we're sitting around 12:30. So what do we got? 4 hours, 7 to 12, 5.5 hours or so, and then you know we're still way over halfway there. So it looks like we're gonna have plenty of pellets to knock out this roughly estimated 12-hour cook. 5 o'clock, just pulled my second pork shoulder off. The first one I pulled off at 3. I put these both on at about 5:50, 5:50 or something like that. One took 9 hours, the other one took 11 hours. The other one was a little bit bigger, but not that much bigger, but however. So let's check out the pellet, see how much I used. This thing I had filled to the top, so let's take a peek here. Get a little flashlight in there so we can see. But yeah, it looks still a ton of pellets left. So you could definitely rock a probably, shoot, I don't know, at least a 15-hour cook on that amount of pellets, maybe even longer. I was running at 225, but however, I got the pork shoulders resting in the oven. I'm going to give them about an hour, then we'll get that beer butter garlic one out because that's what it's all about. All right, hit you back in about an hour. All right, the time has come to see how the old beer butter garlic pulled pork is going to turn out. Hopefully good. Pork steaks are delicious like that. Rock this out on the good old Z grill that they sent me, the 7002 CTE model. We rocked this out at 225. The beer butter and garlic shoulder took 11 hours. And then I also did one, just a regular, what I say, call your standard pork shoulder or pork butt, whatever you're smoking, with your good old sweet rub. But we're not worried about that one. That's been done a million times. We're worried about this one, the beer butter and garlic. How's that going to be? So let's get this thing unveiled here. Oh, look at all that juice in there. Ooh, baby. Figure this is going to be a juicy mess, so got that bowl. We're going to transport to the bowl because I want that garlic butter and all that stuff in there for now to kind of soak into it as I get it shredded up. So first thing we're going to do is got these cool barbecue gloves here that my wife got me for Christmas, which I'll be able to reach right in here and grab this bad boy right out of here. that in the bowl. There we go. So in here I put a 24-ounce can of Budweiser, 2 sticks of butter, and then, shoot, I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 good spoonfuls of chopped garlic and olive oil. So, a ton of garlic. All right, let's get that in there. So I want to get this shredded apart and marinating inside that garlic butter there. All right, since I don't have the good little insulated gloves underneath here, and those big bulky ones for shredding are not the greatest for shredding, but we'll use a fork here. But there you go, look at that. Or no, what I say, use a pair of tongs is what I meant, not a fork. But yeah, falling right apart, which is good. All right, there we go, beautiful. Now it's time to give it the good old taste test here. Look at that, dripping, dripping butter. It's like we're eating lobster or something over here, dripping in this butter and garlic. Let's get one more piece in there. Oh my God, look at that. Outstanding right there. That is some delicious pulled pork. Beer, butter, garlic, pulled pork. There you go. Something different. Works great on pork steaks, but I wanted to try it on the pulled pork. And I'm digging it. So excited to make me a little sandwich with this on there or whatever I want to do with it. But yeah, I would say beer, butter, garlic, pulled pork is a success, and definitely be doing it again. Can't go wrong with it. All right. So anyways, Z-Grill performed awesome. Yeah, first time doing a long cook on it. It seemed to run pretty efficient. Still had a little less than half of the pellets in the hopper, so it definitely could go for a pretty long cook. You know, we'll be throwing a brisket on there. You get a big old, you know, big brisket, 14, 15, 16 pound brisket, you know, sometimes you're going to run that thing 15, 16, 17 hours, maybe even longer. I've had them go, so you just never know. But I'm excited to knock one of those out on the Z-Grill. But yeah, I'm digging it. Digging this pulled pork and digging the Z-Grill. There'll be a link in the description that you can check out all the Z-Grill models. I have the 7002 C2E. I think right now, possibly maybe on sale for $579. I'm not sure how long that lasts. It's normally, I think, around $7.99 regular price. But however, that is it for this video. I'm going to get to enjoying some of this pulled pork here, and we'll talk to you guys next time. I'm out.